Okay, so these are the natural state of my eyebrows.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Alana here and welcome to my updated eyebrow routine. So today I'm going to be showing you how I slay my eyebrows using just an eyebrow pencil. This is one that I got from my local beauty supply store, but I will have a link to one that I really love down in the description box below. So make sure that your pencil is super sharp. You also want to make sure that you grab a concealer brush as well as some concealer. This is just my fave LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Fawn. And of course the brow gel, which is really essential for perfect brows. Now let's go ahead and get into the tutorial.
And first I'm gonna go in with my spoolie brush and I'm gonna go ahead and brush up these eyebrows. Forgive me if I'm looking down and not at the camera. I am trying to make sure that I do them right because if I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do them, I need to make sure that I'm doing them correctly. I'm gonna go ahead and brush the eyebrows up. And then taking the other end of my pencil, I'm gonna go ahead and start lining the eyebrow. Now I'm starting at the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and create short hair-like strokes. And they're gonna kind of disappear into the eyebrows. You see how that kind of disappeared, but it filled in? And I'm just doing it very lightly because what happens if you draw too hard, it's gonna come out looking like crayon, and we don't wanna look like crayon, okay? We are filling our brows in, we're not coloring them on, we're just lightly filling them in. So as I get closer to the tail of the eyebrow here, I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing my strokes downward. And you don't want your tail to be too wide. If you make a mistake, it's okay. We're gonna go back in and clean it up with some concealer in a minute, but you just kind of wanna get the shape down. And that's what we're doing, is shaping the brow. So up here, just I'm filling in any spots that I missed out on. And then right here when we get to the front, you see how the hairs kind of go in a different direction? They kind of angle upward, so that's how we're going to use the pencil. And we're just going to lightly make strokes upward. Again, you don't want to make it too harsh and too dark because then it's gonna look like, you know when those people have like, it's like a box or like, it's a block right here at the beginning of the eyebrow. That does not look attractive, and it's a telltale sign that you have filled your eyebrows in. A lot of times people don't even know that I filled my eyebrows in just because I'm so light-handed when I am using my pencil. It makes a huge difference, you guys. So I'm gonna go through and just kind of brush it out a little bit just to make sure that it looks natural. When you're doing the shape of the eyebrow, you wanna make sure that your eyebrow begins right here. If you take your pencil and put it right next to your nose, you wanna make sure that your eyebrow begins right here. Your arch, you want it to be on the outer corner of the iris, so right here would be my arch. Okay, that's like a diagonal. And then the point should be right here at the end of the eye. So you guys see where that is? So that's how you're gonna find the perfect shape for your eye. So in case you guys didn't get it with this eye, I'm gonna go ahead and show you on this eyebrow. So starting here, I'm gonna start in the front now. So right here is where our eyebrow should start. Right here is where my arch should be. Straight ahead. Boom, right there. And then right here is where my eyebrow should end, right there. Okay? And now again, I'm gonna just go ahead and brush those hairs up using the spoolie side. And then I'm gonna go back in with my pencil side and just start to fill in those strokes. Again, we're doing short, light strokes. We're not drawing long lines on our eyebrows because that's just not gonna get you anywhere nice, okay? We're trying to create the illusion of hair. Okay, so this one is definitely not perfect. I'm gonna go back in with my brush and just kind of brush it out a little bit. But the great thing about eyebrows is that there's so many tricks to doing eyebrows that it's really impossible to kind of mess it up, because we're gonna go back in and we're gonna clean this up. But I'm just going to go in and double check to make sure that all the areas that I want to be filled in are filled in before I go in with my concealer. Also, you guys, color matters too when you're doing your eyebrows. If you're someone who has blonde hair, you don't want to go too dark with your eyebrow pencil. And if you're someone who's wearing dark hair, you don't want to go too light with your eyebrow pencil, because then it'll be a telltale sign that those aren't your eyebrows, and then you have to do all this explaining and it's just not worth it. So try to make sure that your eyebrows are very close to your hair color. So I mean, if you have red hair, by all means, you can go ahead and do red eyebrows too. Whatever floats your boat. But then I guess, you know, if you have orange hair, you don't have to have orange eyebrows. You can definitely do black, but I'm just saying, you know. Don't worry about your eyebrows being perfectly symmetrical. Eyebrows are cousins, not twins, okay? And I am done with, I'm gonna diffuse that out a little bit so it doesn't look so harsh. Next, I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I just have my LA Girl Pro Conceal and my Flats concealer brush here. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this concealer on the back of my hand just to kind of warm it up a little bit. It's actually been sitting in between my thighs, so it is pretty warm at this point. I'm going to take my concealer brush and I'm going to lay it flat inside of this concealer and just get enough on the tip of my brush like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and start outlining my eyebrows to clean them up. This is what's going to give your eyebrows this like freshly waxed look. Anytime I do this, people are like, oh my gosh, where do you get your eyebrows done? And I'm always like, girl, if you only knew, I don't pluck, I don't wax, I don't anything my eyebrows. I just always fill them in and go over it with the concealer and they look flawless. So as you're going in with your concealer, you just want to make sure that you don't get too close to the eyebrow, because you're not trying to erase it with the concealer. You're just trying to clean up, you know, everything outside of that, you know, the eyebrows that you filled in. And I'm going to go on the top as well and just kind of line it. And then you can go ahead and blend it up towards the eyebrow and then down towards the rest of the face. So whether that's down towards the eyelid or up towards the forehead, you want to go ahead and make sure that you blend that concealer in well. And not putting it right on the eyebrow will make sure that it doesn't have such a harsh line. When you are blending, when you are camouflaging your eyebrow, I guess, or outlining it with the concealer, you don't want to put the concealer right up against the actual eyebrow. You want to start about 1/8 of an inch from the brow, and then you want to blend the concealer upward and then blend it downward. If you do apply it straight to the eyebrow, that doesn't give you enough room, just in case your hand is a little bit wiggly. When you are applying that concealer, you want to give yourself enough room to make sure that it comes out nice and flawless. And then also, you don't want to have any harsh lines, so you just want to make sure that you blend that concealer out. Another thing with concealer is you want to make sure that you are using a shade that is really close to your skin tone. I'd recommend something that it is your skin tone, or about 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. 2 is really cutting it. I don't recommend going too much lighter than your actual skin tone, because then your eyebrows are really going to stand out and it's going to be obvious that you know, penciled them on your face. So I'm pretty much done with this eyebrow. I'm going to go ahead and with a little bit more concealer and just make sure that I conceal this. Uh-oh, see, I messed up a little bit. And I kind of wanted to, actually no, I didn't. That was a prime example of putting the concealer too close. So that's this eye right here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and conceal this eye. Same thing, just adding a little bit of concealer to my brush, starting at the bottom. It's so hard for me to talk and do this at the same time, so I'm just gonna be really quiet. Alright, so we're done with the concealing part, and these are what the brows look like right now. Last but not least, I'm going to go in with my Mary Kay eyebrow gel. This brow gel is life. I got it as a gift a couple of years ago and I've been stuck on it since. I've never tried any other brow gel besides this Mary Kay one, so if you guys have a good brow gel that you recommend, please drop it below. But for right now, this is my jam. So I'm just gonna take the brow gel, and it's just like on a spoolie. This brow gel is awesome because it helps your hair to stay in place. A lot of times when, you know, our hairs kind of tend to do their own thing, and brow gel just kind of helps to keep them tame throughout the day. They'll stay exactly where they were when you filled them in, so that way you don't have to walk around with your actual eyebrows curling up. Brow gel is on the spoolie, and I'm just going to go ahead and coat the eyebrows in the same direction in which I did the, you know, filling in. So in the front, I'm gonna go ahead and go up like this. And then as I curve around the shape of the eyebrow, I'm just going to curve it down like that. And you see how much of a difference that makes? Yes. And then the other eye. And there we go. So now that my eyebrows are done, that sets the foundation for the rest of my face. I'm gonna go ahead and complete my makeup. That's gonna be in another video where I'm gonna show you guys how to do a drugstore makeup slay, baddie on a budget type of thing, because I know a lot of people are just starting out with their makeup and they're wanting to know how to do it, and they don't really need to know, you know, too much about the high-end expensive products yet. They just need to know the basics. So stay tuned, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss that video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumbs up if this video was helpful, and drop a comment down below. Do you guys like to use pencil for your eyebrows, or do you like to use like something else, like a pomade or like a brow powder or something like that? I personally like pencil, so that's what I recommend. It's so much easier to control than anything else, but I'm curious to know what you guys think. Drop it down in the comment section below, and thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you. Bye.